cash transfer program to more than 1 million people who are at risk of starvation. Agriculture Principal Secretary Hamadi Boga has said apart from cash transfers, the government together with the county governments are disbursing hay to pastoralists in 10 drought-prone counties. Then the county is also going to go for the counties that is going to go through a dry season occasioned by inadequate rainfall.
The drought situation in the country has been worsening in the arid and semi-arid counties, mainly due to poor October, November, December 2020 short rains and the March, April, May 2021 long rains. Early this month, the government issued a drought alert in Kilifi, Garissa, Isiolo, Mandera, Samburu, Tana River, Wajir, Lamu, Marsabit and Turkana counties. Kenya's drought response plan currently requires 9.4 billion shillings for the July-November period, 5.8 billion shillings for food and safety net support, and 3.6 billion shillings for non-food interventions.
We are monitoring the weather situation while taking measures to make sure that those who are affected by the dry condition, I wouldn't call it a drought, taken care of. The biggest challenge, of course, is hay for the livestock and also water for the livestock.
The Ministry of Agriculture has allayed fears of starvation, saying there is sufficient food in the country's food reserves.
In the NCPB stores, there is maize. In the farmer stores, there is maize and other commodities. In the people who are traders, they have maize, and in the field there is maize. And although there was a poor beginning of the season, but there was a recovery also up to 80% in most of the areas. So as far as we are concerned, there is no crisis.
But in terms of our storage facilities, I can say in a nutshell that the wheat which we are receiving right now, we have received in the excess of 1,000 bags. We are just starting off, and our target is to do approximately 300,000 bags. So I can say we are just starting off the process.
The National Cereals and Produce Board says it has the capacity to store any type of grain ready for distribution. According to a consolidated regional June 2021 report by the East African Community titled Food Security Status Report, food security in the region had remained stable in the past 1.5 years despite challenges of volatile food prices, desert locust impacts and the COVID-19 pandemic. These events come even as the market remains jittery over food security and safety fears after some food products were banned by the Kenya Bureau of Standards on safety grounds.
We have heightened the market surveillance on products that we have identified as risky products. When we do market surveillance, we are doing market surveillance to ensure that manufacturers meet the minimum requirement as set out in the standards.
The government says that the anticipatory measures that were put in place to safeguard against the risk of a drought is still in place and that there is no need for alarm. Alanauko, Prime Edition.